should have done before. Super sorry. So for those of you that are not here, here are the answers to 1 through 6. For those of us that are here on this lovely Valentine's Day, when is your test?
Tomorrow.
So should you probably study? A lot, yeah. We should look at our notes in this. So this is all on page 45. 1 through 6 is page, 1 through 7 actually is page 45. So if you need to make a note that says that, 1 through 7, page 45. So then that means the rest is on what page? Look at us go. It's like we've learned something. So proud.
That's impossible.
That I'm proud or that you've learned something?
Yes.
Thanks. Are you saying that I'm a bad teacher?
No.
Wait, I'm confused on.
I'm just saying that we're bad at learning.
Good cover up. Good cover up.
Oh. I was like, you said yes to 2 answer questions. But.
Alright, so this guy, can we have a fraction as an exponent? So is this a rational exponent or a radical? Rational exponent, because it's a fraction. So then we convert that into a radical. What's the square root of 16?
4.
Look at us go.
I just did 16. Yeah. I did 16. Like
Times.
Wait. Why you put in the radical?
Because it's a fraction exponent.
Okay.
I thought we did that thing with the 2 and then the sign 16. No.
That's the same thing.
So was you always?
What's the index of this? The index is 2.
So what happened with the?
Oh, but so if you did that, you just go, it's not right.
What happened with the half?
I didn't put 4.
The answer is 4, so you would need to convert it. Simplify it.
What
The half turned into the radical.
Oh.
Rational exponents become the radical.
So if it was any fraction, it would become a radical.
Yes.
Okay.
If I had 25 to the 1/3 power, that would become the cubed root of 25.
Is it possible to have an improper?
Yes. And if this was 4/3, the 4 would go on the outside.
Oh.
Magic! Alright. Now, these are when we need to simplify radicals using our perfect squares or perfect cubes. So if it's the square root, we use our perfect squares. You can write that on the back of your note card if you want to. Magic! We did.
Oh, man.
I'll get you one. This kid hadn't come to 0 period. She wasn't here for a week. I don't know what's happening over there.
I couldn't come to 0 period because you were having a little party and I was scared.
Scared.
We still did math, didn't we? I was scared to come in your room.
I mean, like,
Oh, I love you, child.
I love you too, but not like, scared. I was like, ooh, if I go in there, they're not going to be doing math. I'm just going to have to sit. So I went to my English class and I'm productive. So I'll come to you tomorrow and have to be productive.
She was productive. I'm proud of her.
All we did was Romeo and Juliet, so I was kind of productive, but I already knew what it was. So.
Why ain't this sheet gonna care about this? Just watch it.
You know that it's recording, right?
Is that the Indian woman?
Again, it's recording.
What?
All right. So, number 8. Remember, if you got it right, you need to put a check mark, guys, because we're going to total up our check marks in a bit. All right, biggest perfect square that goes into 294 is 49. And you get 49 and 6. The square root of that is 7 root 6. Do we agree or disagree? Yay! Remember, if you got it right, put a check. If you got it wrong, correct it. I hate being sick. Number 9 is the square root of 126. So the biggest perfect square is 9, and that gives you 9 and 14. The square root of 9 is 3, so it's 3 root 14. On this one, the biggest perfect square that goes in is 4 and 10. The square root of 4 is 2. So now that we have 2, what are we going to do with that 9? Multiply. 9 times 2 is Look at us go, 18 root 10. I'm hearing some yays and seeing a lot of checks. I'm so excited we might be ready for this test. You don't count. You're just going to keep working.
Yesterday you made me cry.
I did?
Because you were like, make sure you do your starter guide. I was like,
We've had videos every day last week. You got to watch those.
oh, no, I did.
So you should be ready. It's the same thing as being in here.
It isn't. Because like, I can't ask you questions if I get confused.
You have me on remind.
Yeah,
You text me about everything.
She doesn't want to take the test.
Right, that's what it is.
I mean, I
That's
want-
what it is.
If I knew about all this, I would take a test and it would be fine. But I had the flu and my grandma died.
Dude,
So-
you text me about everything.
But math.
What should you text me about?
I don't know, math.
No. Alright, the biggest, now this is the cubed root. So the biggest perfect cube that goes into 432 is 216. So it's 216 and 2. Now, if it's a cubed root, you have to use your perfect cube. That's what we wrote on the back. Correct? Correct. Alright, what's the cubed root of 216? 6. So then it's 6. Cubed root 2. Magic. Did we get that one right?
I did.
Some of us?
Yeah, I got it right.
Okay. If we didn't get it right, did we mess up on the cube root?
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. Did we do the square roots of the cube root? Okay. Will we know for next time? Again, right on here. Square root, perfect square. Cubed root, perfect cube. Alright, and then this guy, that should be a positive. I don't want us to do negatives because then that leads into imaginary numbers and that's my fault. Super sorry. So the biggest perfect cube that goes into 162 is 27. And that gives you 27 and 6. The cubed root of 27 is 3, so then it would be 3 times 6 and you would get 18. Cubed root 6.
Wait, would it change anything if it was negative?
No. Well, it would be a negative 27. So then it would be a negative 3. And it would be negative 18. I did 6 times 3.
So that 3 would always stay there?
Yes, your cube root stays there every time. Yes.
Wait, how did you get 6 and 18?
Alright. This is broken down into 27 and 6. Everybody understand so far? Alright, so then the cubed root of 27 is 3. Do you remember up here we took the square root of 4 and we did 2 times 9 and got 18? Let me finish, hang on. So since we do the cubed root here, you get 3 times 6 and that gives you 18.
So you multiply that out.
Yes.
3.
You multiply. Saxon, does that answer your question?
Could you also do 6 times the...
No.
I mean, would you get the same answer?
You cannot do the 6 times the baby cube. You cannot touch the baby cube. It's just like over here when we did this, we didn't multiply the 3 times the index there, did we? So don't touch the baby cube. Yes, Caleb.
I did 81 with 2.
81 is not a perfect cube. So that would have worked if it was a perfect square. Good try, Tater Tot. Alright, are we ready for the back? Total up your check marks at the bottom. The bottom of the paper. So write.
Just the front?
Yes, just the front so far. Total up your check marks, write it down. Are we ready? Is that your signal for ready, Patrick?
No, it's the Wii Sports theme.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're my favorite human, Patrick.
One time I was playing with sports and I shattered my TV.
That's why they tell you to put the wrist strap on.
I don't know what this child's talking about anymore. That is what I tell you. Are we ready for the back? Are we sure? We're not sure if we're ready? Can we take a deep breath and be ready? Is it the letters that threw y'all off on the back? Y'all, you just divide by 2 or divide by 3. That's all you do. No.
I'm gonna try to be more.
Never give up. Never surrender. Alright, so we're looking at the square root this time, right? So we need the biggest perfect square. What's the biggest perfect square that goes into 8? So it's 4 and 2. Alright, what's the square root of 4? 2. Now, what is the index right here? So 2 goes into 7 how many times? 3 times. With how many left over? With 1 left over in this 2. Now, if you don't understand what that means, draw out your variables.
Oh.
Hang on, I'm going to show you this way, and then maybe that'll help. So, you do this the same way. Now I'm going to come over here to my x to the 7th. So I'm going to write down 7 x's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 x's. Now, is it the square root or the cubed root? The square root. So we need groups of what? 2. We need groups of 2. So we have 1 group of 2, 2 groups of 2, 3 groups of 2. So that's where the x cubed came from. How many do we have left over? So that's where he came from. So if you need to do that, do that. No judgment. All God's children. Does that help? Yeah. Alright, on this guy, we're looking for the cubed root of 144. The biggest perfect cube that goes into 144 is 8. And it's 8 times. Thank you. Alright, now what's the cubed root of 8? You need my markers?
Wait, no, 2. It'd be 2.
Will those show up? Okay, if not, let me know. Yes, the cubed root of 8 is 2. So you would do 2 times 6, right? Okay, so what's 2 times 6? 12. Does everybody see where we got that from? Are we sure? We took the cubed root of 8. We used our little index card. And the cubed root of 8 is 2. Now, 18 is left on the inside. But we need to leave room for our x's. 3 goes into 3 how many times? So you have 1 x. None on the inside because there was none left over. And if you need to draw out your steps, we have 3 x's. We need groups of 3. We have 1 group of 3. He goes right there. Does that help? Are we ready for the rest? Are we ready for the rest? Are we alive? We're not alive? We're zombies? We're going to be zombies on Friday, don't forget.
True.
For realsies. It's our activity. You don't have to dress up, but you're going to be a zombie. Alright, number 15. We need to find the cubed root of 250. So what is the biggest, and remember, we're looking at perfect cubes. What's the biggest perfect cube that goes into it? 125. 125 times what? Look at us go. What's the cubed root of 125? Alright, now 3 goes into 7. How many times? 5, 6, 7. 2 times with 1 left over. So 2x. This 2 is left, so he goes with the x in there. If you got it right, give yourself a check. Do you need a third color for your cubes?
No, I only did nine. Oh, like the regular ones and put some.
Okay. Alright, this guy is the square root, so what's the biggest perfect square that goes into 160? Yes.
So would you not keep the... Oh, excited.
Yes, thank you, I got excited. He stays there. And here. Super sorry. He should be in both of those. Don't do that. Don't drop those. You need those.
If you forget them on test, you feel like minus 1.
Maybe. Depends on what kind of mood I'm in when I'm grading.
Are we using our cards already?
Yes, you are using your cards.
And we just need to keep up to...
10. Alright, we ready for this one? Alright, biggest perfect square that goes into 160 is 16 and 10. What's the square root of 16? 4 times 2 is?
8.
2 goes into 4 how many times? And 10 is the only thing inside the house. Alright, yes.
I forgot what did you do to get x?
2 goes into 4 2 times.
Okay.
Alright, 17 is 4 and 14. So that would be 2x to the 8th y, square root of 14y. Because 2 goes into 16 8 times, 2 goes into 3 once with 1 left over. Alright, 18 is 16 and 2. Square root of 16 is 4. 2 goes into 3 once, 2 goes into 6 3 times with 1 left over. $19 is 9 and 13. So that gives you 6, 2 goes into 10 5 times, 2 goes into 2 once, with 13 left on the inside. And this guy is 9 and 15. So that's 3, x to the 5th, y to the 7th, 15 left on the inside. I'm not going anywhere. I was just looking to see how many more we had.
Can I put up one for 21?
Sure. Yes.
My bad.
I said point.
I'm gonna use this pink color because it's not toned.
Okay. That's very kind of you.
I know.
Look at you go. Alright, so it says represent x to the 18th in 4 different ways. There is one of them. Who thinks they have another?
That's more of a salmon.
It is more of a salmon. Who thinks they have another way?
I do.
No, not you.
Is that a point for our table since you went up there?
Yeah. Ain't nobody got any points.
You ain't giving them any points.
I know. Spanish class. Who thinks they have another? You put it on. Right. All the potatoes. Yes. Love Division 1s. And una más. Who thinks they can do one more? No one?
I do.
You've already done one. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna. X cubed times x to the 6th, that's 9th, times x to the 9th. Boom. Alright, so you need at least 4. Total of your points at the bottom. Add your points together. Your total is out of 21 for your homework last night. Your homework tonight is the other page, and I will put a video with the answers of those, so don't worry.
It's out of what?
21. We had 21 problems last night.